Don't strain yourself now. everyone, welcome to another guide video. What we did right there was one method on how to defeat Adam Smasher near the end of the game. For this particular guide, we're gonna be using smart weapons with quick hacking. Now, before we go into the details of the fight itself, after the release of patch 2.0, the game went through significant changes, rendering the Adam Smasher fight feel a lot different. Further changing it is when patch 2.1 gave Smasher some new moves, most notably is the Sendevistan ability. Unless we're sporting an adrenaline build with a katana, the fight can be a bit tricky and would require a specific setup just to get through the fight. And that's what we're gonna do for this video. Go check out my sniper runner build video to get an idea of the build that I was using during the boss fight. Link is in the description. Let's kill Adam. Now, I was doing this fight during the secret ending path, which takes place in the area before entering Mikoshi. In this fight, I was using the Kappa smart handgun and the Ashra smart sniper. If you don't have the Kappa before facing Smasher, it's worth reloading back before meeting Hanako at Embers to get yourself the handgun. You may buy one from gun vendors. You may attach gambitiers on your smart weapons to give yourself some armor penetration. As for perks, you want the ones on the left tree of the cool attribute, as they give improvements to handguns and sniper rifles, and since we're exclusively using smart weapons, the right tree in the intelligence attribute will further benefit our guns. And then obviously, most of the perks here for our quick hacks. Another very important perk to have is dash, so be sure to grab it. If you don't have it, then what are you doing? Why haven't you gotten dash at this point? As for cyberware, well, nothing very crucial really, but if you have the Phantom Liberty expansion, the Quantum Tuner will provide some decent help. For quick hacks, I used Overheat and Cyberware Malfunction. Cyber Malfunction for some damage boost against Smasher, and Overheat for additional damage over time. Overheat has this pretty good effect where it will extend duration for every hit to the target, and the very reason why we're using the Kappa. And that's for our setup. Now, in order to manage the fight against Smasher, it's very important to know most of his moves and know how to avoid them. In very hard difficulty, especially if your build is essentially a glass cannon, the boss fight pretty much becomes Bloodborne light. Like I said earlier, you need to grab the dash perk. Since we're using quick hacks, Smasher will take advantage of his ice. Throughout the fight, he'll counter your quick hacks by uploading reboot optics and cyberware malfunction on you. A progress bar, which acts like a timer, will appear on the screen. It fills up over time and when uploading combat quick hacks on him. Once it's full, you'll get the debuffs. Reboot optics will cause this brief flashbang on your screen, and cyberware malfunction will 1. Disable your ability to quick hack, 2. Removes all quick hack effects currently uploaded to Smasher, and 3. Overclock becomes unavailable. Damaging Smasher will reduce the timer. There are 5 phases, indicated by these little dividers in the boss's health. Phase 1, you need to get out of this as soon as possible because I consider this as his most dangerous phase. He will mostly go melee and then occasionally do some range. He'll also utilize Kerenzikov to dodge your bullets. If he gets close, he'll perform a melee combo ending with a hit scan that deals a ton of damage, which will probably always one-shot you. So always keep your eye on him and then get to cover when you see him do the combo. Occasionally, he will stop giving chase to charge his arm gun and then fire a barrage at you, so get to cover for that attack as well. As soon as you enter the arena, activate Overclock, upload 3 Cyberware Malfunction, and then Overheat. This will give a bump to Smasher's ice, so keep that in mind. Once all the quick hacks have been uploaded, queue another 4 Cyberware Malfunction, keep shooting with your Kappa while avoiding his attacks until you get his health down to 80%. Now, we move to phase 2. This is where he'll start to use Sendevistan and mix his attacks with it. He has similar attack patterns to phase 1 but completely eliminating the hit scan and thus making the rest of the fight more manageable. He will constantly zoom towards you with Sendevistan, so always keep a safe distance. Again, dashing is essential. He will still do melee combos, and he has now switched to using this grenade launcher attack, which can be telegraphed thanks to the visual where the projectiles will land and the devs on making them easier to spot. Utilize your dash, keep shooting, use overclock. If it's up, then upload another 7 stacks of cyberware malfunction. Don't stack up to 8. You'll lose the ability to use this quick hack for the rest of the fight. If you haven't stopped shooting Smasher and have managed to keep the ice low since the beginning of the fight, overheat should still be active. But otherwise, upload it whenever necessary. At 50% health, we enter phase 3, where he will now call upon his goons to help him out. 4 snipers will spawn on the balcony, switch to your Ashura, then quickly dispatch the enemies. Smasher's ice is more likely to be completed at this point, so you want to focus on the snipers for now. Watch out for rockets. He will likely call additional enemies for the rest of the fight. Just focus on them whenever they enter the arena. Another addition to his bullshit during this phase is where he will stand in one place and then fire rockets at you, but just like his grenade attacks, we also get a visual on where the rockets will land, so avoid them as best as you can. Continue to shoot Smasher while keeping him ignited with overheat, and boost your damage against him with a 7-stack cyberware malfunction. In phase 4, Smasher becomes desperate as he'll just outright abuse Sandevistan. Use the same tactics as all the other phases, but watch out for whenever he stands in the middle of the arena and starts heating up his rocket launchers. He will either 1. Fire 1 rocket at a time, or 2. Burst out multiple at the same time, incinerating the entire lower ground. The highlighted area here is your friend. You can easily avoid these attacks by running around it if he does the single rockets, or just stay anywhere here whenever he does the huge burst. Other than that, he'll just keep using the same combos and the same grenade attack, but with more anime Sandevistan. Just keep shooting until he goes down to 5% health, in which we'll now enter the final phase. In this phase, he'll essentially become low threat, out of wares, and down to his last remaining weapon. Pull out your Ashura, then aim for the head, and now, it's up to you to decide his fate. Now, all of this strategy has those who only have the base game in mind. It's all viable even if you don't have the expansion that added a lot of new stuff to the game. If you have the Phantom Liberty expansion, you have access to iconic cyberware available at Dogtown, iconic quick hacks from access points starting at level 51, and relic perks. With all of these in mind, you can stick to only using your Ashura and then by just simply aiming for Smasher's vulnerabilities whenever they show up. For our setup, grab Vulnerability Analytics and Machine Learning from the Relic tree, install the Quantum Tuner cyberware, and then be sure that you have the iconic version of Cyberware Malfunction. The downside to this method is that vulnerabilities will expire after a certain amount of time. Another thing is that they have their own health, so it will only be destroyed after hitting it a few times, is indicated by the actual highlight, the visual thing around it. It also doesn't help that Smasher abuses Karensikov and Sandevistan to dodge your bullets. You need to quickly destroy it, or if it expires, wait for it to show up again to continue to destroy it. Thankfully, the vulnerability will have the remaining health from before instead of resetting. Once you destroy a vulnerability, you'll take out a decent chunk of Smasher's health. With good luck, you'll enter phase 3 in no time. Keep uploading 7 stacks of cyberware malfunction, then shoot the vulnerabilities. If they expire, wait for them to show up again, aim for the heart in the meantime. Keep in mind his moves and do your best to avoid them. At this point, you probably now have air dash, which will improve your maneuverability significantly. To demonstrate this method of defeating Atom Smasher, I'll now leave you with another fight using stuff from Phantom Liberty. And that's pretty much it. Hope you all enjoyed the video. As always, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to stay tuned for more guide and build videos for Cyberpunk 2077. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.
back up here! Let's finish this!
Once I finish with you, I'll hunt for you. Survival favors the strong. You are nothing. Your grave from your